I've never dealt with a more difficult athlete than Russell Westbrook. Second place isn't close. Damn, I'm a Russ fan, but this story makes him look like a pretty big douche. But do we really think Russ is gonna change? Going into year 12 of his career, lol. He'll get the immense amount of criticism, then when he's retired, he's gone from the media forever. It sucks that he's like this. Don't understand why he can't just answer the questions like the Patriots coach does. Of course he won't change. The dude is 30, he should have grown out of this by now. The Russ trading jerseys tour is gonna be a fun one. Can't wait for the sold. Honestly, I don't think he'll get a farewell tour, and not because he's disliked or anything, but rather because I don't see him suddenly accepting being a role player or coming off the bench once his game regresses to that point due to age. Instead, I see him ultimately going out like Iverson did, and like Melo, where starting and being the star is what is most important, and it will eventually force teams to just unceremoniously give up on him. It's still a few years away, but eventually his athleticism will go, and he won't have all that much to offer, unless he's willing to go the Vince Carter route, and accept his limitations and embrace a new role on a team. He strikes me as someone who only is interested in playing one way in one role, and eventually he won't have a spot in the NBA anymore. He'll no longer be worth the trouble and his career will end before anyone even realizes it was that close to being done. The Thunder failed him in this respect as well. They should have hired a HC who could rein him in, and Prestige long ago should have sat down with him and had a heart-to-heart and tell him to grow the fuck up. There's a reason they're called professional athletes. It's because you're supposed to be professional, and that ridiculous sum of money you get paid comes with some responsibility outside of putting the ball in the hoop. You don't have to reveal every intimate detail of your life, but you can also try to not be a giant douche. No way in hell is this the Thunder Org's fault. Every player has an obligation to be a decent human being. Typical of people nowadays to not accept responsibility for their own actions. It's not their fault, but they have some responsibility. Part of RWB's job is representing the organization. We are currently on the ONWB bandwagon, so I'm probably getting downvoted for this, but here we go. Sports media controls narrative so much that it has a monstrous effect on a player's career. The way they spin and spread rumors has had terrible consequences for many guys' careers. So I don't have a problem with some players not respecting the people that can have such a negative impact on their livelihood for no particular reason other than clicks and views. An example of the damage the media can do is how easily r/NBA is eating the shit they are bringing out about WB right now. They literally control the way the people in this subreddit think with a couple stories that just happen to come out when he's underperforming. It's because of this type of manipulative, destructive power that WB doesn't like sports media, and gullible idiots like half of r/NBA are the reason they have that power. Athletes shouldn't be mandated to speak. It's not Russ's fault he's a superstar. Dude just wants to ball. Holy shit, he said bye bye. I wanna know what Seth Curry said to the OKC bench when the shot went in. I was behind the OKC bench, pretty sure he said, Hulu has live sports. I'm speechless. Damon series ending bombs. Name a more iconic duo. Damian Lillard ain't no spot up shooter, he ain't gotta run to the corner to shoot like has some third option be the Saint JJ Redick. This is a ref and god human Steph Curry come again, only this time has not a ref and Ussie pull up from the effing logo and fight you at the same time. Hilarious to see Paul George start to freak out cause there was like 4 seconds left and Dame hadn't even made a move to get past 35 feet. OMG, it's going to be me, isn't it? I'm the Parsons. If Dame Highlandered Parsons, does that mean PG-13 is next? Westbrook after Dame's dagger. Oh, so that's what it looks like to be clutch. Probably an unpopular opinion, but that was such a stupid play. They were tied with 13 seconds left. Even for Dame, a shot that deep is not that reliable. Would have been much safer to just set up a play or go for a 2 rather than dribble the ball for 10 seconds and take a shot from the logo. I get it. It was sick. But if I was his coach I would have been pissed. Dame has been shooting over 50% from that range this series. It takes the game away from the refs. Doesn't give OKC any time to respond. This shot was actually about disrespecting the Thunder for their behavior in game 3. That's one of the greatest game-winning shots I've ever seen. A fadeaway. Okay, step back. 37-footer over Paul George. I was watching the clock like, Juju got a GO. And he went. The Oklahoma City Thunder have been eliminated from championship contention. What an absolute choke by the Thunder. Up by 8 with 3 to go. George misses 2 free throws. Can't get a stop. This team again getting bounced in 5 in the first round. Remember when they were excited to get the Blazers in the first round? Dame remembers. I mean, we did sweep the season series, and it was y'all, the Rockets, or the Nuggets who destroyed us all 4 games. And y'all were down Nurkic. Going into the playoffs it was the best possible matchup hypothetically, but then Dame went fucking nuclear and OKC didn't show up games 1 and 2 and y'all handed us our asses. RIP Westbrook's prime. RIP OKC's prime. Westbrook got a triple-double, so at the end of the day he won. Dame may have outplayed Westbrook in every possible way, but did you stop to consider that he doesn't grab as many uncontested rebounds? I've said this the past 2 seasons, got downvoted by Thunder fans, and I'll say it again and probably get downvoted for it again this and next year. You can have all the triple doubles you want, Russell Westbrook. It don't mean shit if you're getting bounced in the first round every year. The triple double may be the most overrated stat in the NBA. Getting at least 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists doesn't mean shit if you're doing it on low efficiency, high usage, and through rebounds that require other players to box out for you. Westbrook will keep getting his numbers, and his team will continue to fizzle in the postseason. Hi, guess what? Shooting and IQ, that's directly linked to the coaching. In his first year they went to the WCF with Durant. Since then they haven't made it out of the first round. Their inability to run good effective plays is partly because of Westbrook taking bad shots, but it's also the fact that Donovan's sets don't work, and he doesn't apply the should-be game plan to the game. For example, him not even bothering to try to keep Steven Adams wearing down Cantor. When you can't win, you make a change. We change the players and we change the coaches. We've been changing players for 3 seasons. It's time to change the coach. He isn't what he promised to be when he signed the 5-year contract. Teams that are content with complacency struggle. The Thunder let Scott Brooks keep his job 2 years too long, and they are going to do it again with Donovan. Serious question. Where do the Thunder go from here? They just dramatically underachieved in the playoffs again, despite Paul George having what might have been his career year. They can't run this squad back next year, right? They've already traded away their 2020 and 2022 first round picks, both lottery protected. Do they have to trade Adams? Would they, gulp, maybe possibly consider doing the unthinkable and seeing if there's a market for us? It seems insane, but I can't imagine what other moves are left for them to make.